Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I am no longer where I was before. Off camera, I did some mining, so now I have some additional resources. I did some farming because I wanted to make sure that the darn villagers didn't create all of the farm plots only for wheat. So I made sure to get some potatoes and some carrots and some beets if I wanted some later. And dun da da da, I am in full iron and have mostly iron tools. Although, as you could see, I didn't find much iron. I found just enough iron to make it worthwhile. Good God, people. What are y'all doing downstairs? Jeez Louise. Um, so and then I explored a little bit of my surroundings. I was thinking as I was gathering resources, I was trying to decide, do I want to create a starter base here and get resources and sort of build up some stuff, or um, do I want to do all of that in more of a permanent location, right? Like, um, my main gripe, yeah, let's call it a gripe, is that, the longer you create, collect resources, and the more um, boxes that you have, without shulker boxes to move all of that stuff, you're just creating a moving nightmare. So, what I sort of decided to do, because again, uh, this is not my forte, and this is not what I do. Wow, they're just like right on top of the water. Fish out of water, yay! Um, is I plan on I did some exploring, and I think I found the location that I want to actually build out my base, build out the hanging garden, and sort of make a more permanent spot. And so I figured, well, instead of waiting to do all of that, like, and build another hub here, and figure out where the dragon is to do the end city and and all of that. Um, I'd rather just build my base once, like build my starter house once, instead of build a starter house here and then build a starter house up there. So yeah, that's what I've decided to do. Um, the other thing that I really didn't like is, as I had said previously, this area is really craggy, which I might as well, while I'm here, get these sugarcane um, to ensure that I have sugarcane if I need it for later on. But oh, hey, look, a squid killed itself, and I got the rewards for it. Yay, go me! Um, Now I've totally lost my own train of thought. Look at my brain. My brain functions very oddly. Um, yeah, so the bottom line is I'm gonna move all of my stuff. We'll start taking some of it now. We'll take what we need to get a good basis. We can leave that there almost really. I do want to take the wood right now. I do want to take the coal right now. I can just take this, and then what I do want to do is I want to take at least one box. Oh, I was talking about the cragginess. Brain caught up. Go me. Um, the the mining underneath here is very strange, and because there's so many cracks, and it's almost like mining in constant ravines, which just is overall terrible for what for who I am and what I do. And so it I'd rather, yeah, it just, there was a whole bunch of thoughts, and I'd rather just get on a moving and get to where I want to go. So let's see if I can find my way back. I'm pretty sure I can. but it's always a crapshoot, right? Like, um, it actually, I was very, very happy because what I was looking for, I think I said previously, right, is I'm looking for a desert area because I know that the structure is going to be really large. And even though modern day Iraq is sandy, right? Like the stereotype is it's very sandy, right? Like back in the time of Babylon, especially next to the both the Tigris and Euphrates, which where they think that the Hanging Gardens might have been was off of the Euphrates versus the Tigris. Um, and so it's unlikely that given the water is right there, that the area surrounding the Tigris or the Euphrates back then was all sand, right? More than likely, it was fertile enough land to at least farm and whatnot. But I still want to build the hanging gardens in a desert, even though it's probably not historically accurate. But I wanted to be close enough to other biomes where it would be easy for me to go collect multiple materials, right? So the place that I found is really nice. It's got a really nice big, not a huge desert, but a big enough desert that I think I can terraform and really make the space what I need it to be. And then right across the way is a decent sized savanna. Uh, and if I really need like um, materials potentially for dyes and stuff like that, you'll see as we start moving forward, you're going to see light patches. These are all sea pickles, but you'll see that the water's changing colors. There's a whole bunch of coral reefs in this area, which is really nice because that's great for getting dyes and it's great for just overall helping my goal. So if I don't want to build the entire front part, um, because there's lots of blues in um, what they thought the Babylon structures were built with. So if I don't want to like build it all out of lapis, there's coral here, and that will help me with that transition. Um, so there's sand, and then it's kind of a weird area around here, right? Like you've got all this coral reef, you've got this desert, and then you've got like these giant, really strange mountains. But you also have savanna and then a mangrove forest right next to the savanna. So there's lots of good resources. Okay, Jen, Maddie, start paying attention. I know here we go. My sense of direction. I know that I marked the edge of where I was looking. Why is people don't need to know about me. You can stop shooting arrows at me. I know I marked the edge with some lights. Oh, I remember that. I remember that structure over there. So I must be close. So now I just gotta actually drive my boat correctly. There we go. There's the lights. And get over there. But plenty of sands, plenty of spaces that I can terraform. Um, there's a lot of nice sandstone around here. So here, look at that. Look at that structure. I don't know. Minecraft makes some really bizarre, I mean, they're beautiful, but they're bizarre, sort of like mountainous structures. It's crazy. But here's where here's where I want to build the hanging gardens. And I was thinking this area over here on this side. Hi, can I? Okay, I picked. the wrong area to get up. The area over here is nice and sandy as well. And like I said, you can see the mangroves over in that direction. And if you head that direction, there's also uh, savanna. So we could get some nice woods over there. But this would be like a nice little spot maybe for a good starter base, right? Like there's going to be our mega base, mega structure, right? And then this will be our area where we can just make like a nice little home, right? Nice little place to be. So what I want to do, like I said, I want to start moving all my stuff over. I'm just going to put some of this stuff in this box. Now, I am taking a big risk that a creeper does not come along and just murderize that box. And then I start all over again, because that's apparently what I do, is I start over. Now, how I tend to build starter bases. I am not the best builder. Let's start there. So don't expect something absolutely fabulous, right? I do tend to think about my base in terms of sort of like modern houses, and then like terms of how I'm going to use the base. So if like in a say in a modded Minecraft game, right? Where you've got all sorts of different mods and you kind of want to have a room for each mod. I tend to build slightly bigger bases for that, but all of my bases in general usually are storied. And what I mean by that, see, look, there's the savanna. I'm gonna get lost if I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. And it wouldn't be the first time I'd be lost, right? So like I'll build the base, the bottom of the base, right? The first floor. And usually I'll build out a second floor as well. And then after that, I probably will put a roof on the base, but then depending on my needs and depending on like the game and what I'm doing, I may then break the entire roof down and put another story on if I need to, or I'll build like a sort of annex. So like I'll have like a tunnel that goes to the next area or something like that. So my building, all this to say, my building is not like the really structured and really thought out. I usually just sort of wing it and figure out what I like and what I don't like. Having said that, right, like almost probably all players, and when you stop to think about people who just play on their own, that means my bases don't look usually very pretty. There are usually decorative elements. I usually have an idea of what I want, like decoration wise and style wise, but depending on how far I get in that game will depend on whether or not I actually implement any of those styles, right? Like, because if I'm looking for a certain color of terracotta or a certain color of sand or a certain just type of wood, I might like make it all out of oak and then later on go, okay, I know I want to put, say, cherry wood here, right? But then I may never find a cherry wood and I might give up on the game beforehand. So my bases probably are going to be ugly. Um, they're not usually the prettiest, but we'll see what we can get out of this. I do have a couple of sets of wood at this point. I have oak and birch, which is not a bad combination to have, honestly. Birch has got those nice, like, sort of white planks to them, and oak has, just the very light orangish color. You can kind of do a lot with those things. But I'm probably going to initially just make oh, hey, look, I can actually pick up my bed too. Woo woot! And I can pick up this. That'll save. Not that I need to save resources. Villagers, I will probably be back from you at some point because villager trading is a thing and probably something I'm going to have to do. So we'll be seeing this village probably, although by the area that we're at in the Savannah area, there is another village. So we might not come back. Maybe we won't come back to these villagers. Maybe we'll just build out that other village area, and see where that takes us. But I'm probably just gonna, when I get back to the area, I'm probably just gonna, you'll see me build something really quick, really simple, just to protect me from the elements. As we then, hey dolphin, how are you? I hear you. I saw you briefly. We'll probably build just something to protect me from the elements initially, and maybe that'll become like the work shed ultimately before I build out what my other building's going to look like. And I will take some time to think about what my base should look like, right? It's not going to be, I can't imagine that I'm going to need a huge structure as a base. I'm going to need a huge place to have storage, but storage can be underground. Storage is almost never pretty. It's usually very functional. Depending on how good you are with redstone. Oh, look, there's 2 dolphins. Woot woot. Storage is never a pretty thing, right? Like it's functional and maybe it's got bells and whistles and redstone technology kind of thing, but it's never pretty. So you can kind of see from here, now that the sun's up, you can kind of see the savanna that's on the edges of where we're at. So I'm really happy because I don't know if I'm gonna need savanna wood. I don't know if I'm gonna need acacia wood, but at the same time, my history with finding savannas. Wow, that music is really, really loud. Really loud. Why do we need it so loud, game? I don't have anything else loud. Okay. I don't usually have a good history of finding savannas, so I was really excited, and you can kind of see, like you can see in the distance, the red houses of the village that's not far from us. So yeah, I was really excited to find it because I was like, yes, I don't have to like search hours and hours and hours to find a savanna. That is great. But yeah, in the end, I don't know. Maybe I'll build my base with some acacia wood because I really do like the color. Yes, it's orange. Yes, it's it's in the eye of the beholder kind of thing. But I really do like acacia. I think it's got a nice color to it. All right, where did we? And then you can see the mangroves back there. Okay, so this is not where I left my stuff. But yeah, priority 1 when I get out of the boat is going to be build a little, just something little, something to get us by, and then just build a sort of starter food area, right? Like the other thing that I'm going to have to consider, which probably means going into the mangroves or going into the acacia area, is I'm going to, you right? That's the only problem with doing this during the day is you can't see. Oh, there's your torch. There's my torches right there. Okay, cool. So this is exactly where I wanted to be. Look at me. I found my way. Go, go, Maddie, go. Um, what was I? What was I talking about? I probably am going to have to go into those areas to find livestock and basically just make sure that I have all of the stuff that I need to dumping all of this in there right now. I don't need any of it. I'll put that down and set my bed. I don't, there's not going to, I will need food sources and I will want to make sure that I have the proper food sources. Okay, so let's see. Let's make an ugly base. I'm going to have to get, some nicer, I'm going to have to make a shovel and then I'm going to have to make some nicer tools. All right, so right now, what do I have? What is around me? I could go get, let's go get mangrove really quickly. It's really not that far, and I can cut down a little bit and then play around with the mangrove and maybe make just like a little 5x5 mangrove. Uh, Mangrove and birch might be really nice. But mangrove and birch sort of starter home. Oh, yes, I can climb you up you. Yes, yes, yes. Climb, 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 climb. Oh, how about I fall? That, sure. Okay. Where is, hey, there's the wood. What's kind of like a really red color. Where's, I do want, I want to make sure that I can grow this too. Yay for deforesting the deforested all. Yeah, that never hurt anything. Slash S. Yeah, okay. So I know that that's hitting the trees is not going to get me the crops that I want, but I do want some of this wood. Oh, oh, great. Okay. I guess that's all the wood I'm getting for right now. I have 12 logs. That's plenty. And let's see what that wood looks like. Kind of pretty. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that'll go nicely with some birch. We could always use the outside of the birch and make it look like whatchamacallit, make it look like tiger stripes. No, let's not do that. But we'll create a little structure. Like I said, just something that I can be safe with at the moment. Let's see. Okay, let's play around with this. That. Where is my, oh, that's diorite. That's not what I'm looking for. It must be over here. Yes. Grab some birch. Let's make myself a little stone sword really quickly, just as a, before I go, I have to go out and get more materials, or stone axe, that's what I meant. I meant axe. Yeah, that kind of looks nice. Yeah, I really like that. Okay. So that would give me 3. So I'm going to need more than, and then we're going to need. So what we'll do is because again, I don't know how many people want to see me build and putter about on camera. Um, so I will take some time off camera, sort of clean out the area a little bit and just make like a little starter base for us. But this is our new home. That's going to be our area, and we'll go from there. Have a great day, guys. See you soon.